Hello and welcome everybody. This is your commentator with Woki back here to more Yu-Gi-Oh! In this video, we're going to be playing some Burning Abyss Infernoid. Yes, you heard that right. We're playing Burning Abyss Infernoid because I feel like it's a lot better than the Light Sworn variant. And I'm going to show you why. Because this deck is actually a very good turbo deck and it can make up huge boards. Because in this deck you can get double Dante and even any of the Infernoids on field first turn. It's ridiculous. All we need to do is draw another Inferno. This hand is not the greatest, but we do have the Upstart Goblin, so we can draw more cards. We need to draw another Inferno, Burning Abyss monster, so we can start dropping Dantes and stuff on board. But it looks like he's playing a Rainforest spam deck because he's playing a Summoner Monk. I don't know what he's playing. Oh, he doesn't do anything with that. Okay, we got our tour guide, so we're good with this. But we're gonna start off first with the Upstart Goblin. Monster Gate, nice. Let's do this. We're gonna play Tour Guide, and we're gonna go for Graph, because the new Burning Abyss play is first turn Tour Guide into Graph and not Scarm. Now we're gonna go into Dante, because Dante is awesome. And we're gonna put him in attack mode. We're gonna activate his effect to mill 3, dropping Graph and Grave. And we're going to get Graph's effect to bring out a Scarm onto our field. Then we're going to special activate the effect of Seer to get him on the field. And we're going to make a second Dante. Then we're going to activate the effect of this Dante to drop Scarm into our grave to mill more of the Infernoids. And yes, you see me play Mass Change because if we're left with a dead Tour Guide off of like a Reasoning or Monster Gate, then we can just change it into a Dark Claw. So let's see here. What do we have? Then I think we're going to, let's see, bring out this guy. Yeah. Putting Nahemoth in our grave and using one of our level 4s. Now we're gonna battle because we're gonna go into our battle phase because now we just had so much damage on board, it's ridiculous. No! Why? That was a misclick. I did not mean to misclick that. But hey, we're gonna get the effect of Dante off right now. Banishing Summoner Monk, getting Dante's effect to get Graph to our hand. That was a mistake, but we can make use of that mistake. I hate when I do that because activate should not be on top. It should be attack that's on top. But that's okay. Now we're going to go to the end phase. We get the effect of Scarm in our grave for Tour Guide. That misclick might cost us, but it might not because we're so far ahead right now that it's okay. It is okay. I think the reason I misclick is because I play way too fast in any game like this online. This and Hearthstone, I play like way too fast. Now he's playing Guardian Iados. Why? He's playing a Guardian Iados deck. Okay. I don't see what that's gonna do you. He's gonna battle. Why? Lol. He's gonna drop Guardian Dread Scythe. Okay. No, that's fine. Because we have things right now for our field. We're gonna activate the effect of Dante. to get rid of Tour Guide and put 3 cards in our grave. We get the effect of Dante. Yes. No. Graph's gotta activate. Yes. Allowing us to get Skarm to our field. It's gonna die because we're gonna activate, we're gonna bring back this guy. Beelzebul is going away, and the level 3 is going away. We're gonna bring him back out. All right. Then we're gonna get Tour Guide to activate. No. Bringing out Seer. First, we're gonna activate this to get rid of this. There we go. And we're going to go for Alucard, because Alucard can pop his face down. And Seer to pop his face down monster. We get Seer's effect, but it's not going to matter. Well, yeah, we can bring back Dante. And he surrenders! Alright! Well, that's Burning Abyss Infernoid. Even though we had that misplay where we accidentally got rid of our own Dante, it's okay, because now I'm going to show you guys the deck. And like yesterday's video, I'm going to show you guys the deck, explain why I play what I play, and if you guys have any suggestions for the deck, then let me know. Alright, so here we go. Starting off, we play for the Infernoids. We're going to go through the Infernoids first, since this is basically, since they're first in the lineup. We play 2 Nahemoth, because Nahemoth is good, is great. But, well, first of all, if you don't know what the Infernoids do, they can't be special summoned except by banishing cards from the hand or graveyard. And Nahemoth takes 3 monsters to banish, to special summon from, and then when he is special summoned this way, he destroys all other monsters on the field, which is except for himself, which is really good. And as you see, we play 2 of all the high-level Infernoids, because I think that's the best number in the for this particular for this particular deck. Then we play this guy, which its name has changed. I forget what its name has changed to, but it's Adrelamech in the OCG. And when he is out in the field, when he attacks and destroys an opponent's monster by battle, he can make a second attack, which is really good if you need to push through for that game. And then we played 2 of the level 7, because as you saw, as I may have mentioned if I didn't, he can banish a card that are on our opponent's field when he attacks an opponent's monster. And then we played 2 of the level 5, and he can, after inflicting battle damage, can send 1 random card from our opponent's hand to the graveyard, which is also good to get. Just you can maybe hit some of the good cards like Vanity's Emptiness if they haven't played it, or even some monsters that they were looking to play. And all the level 5 or higher Infernoids, all the Infernoids have the effect that they contribute 1 monster, and then you can target 1 card in your opponent's graveyard. It's basically a DD Crow effect, where you can target 1 card in the graveyard and banish it. But the level 5 or higher Infernoids can do it during either player's turn, but the level 4 or lower can only do it during your opponent's turn. And then we play 3 of the level 4, because level 4, we can target 1 spell and trap card on the field and destroy it. But all the level 4 or lower Infernoids also have the effect that when they activate their effect, they can't attack that same turn. And then we play 3 of the level 3, because what he does is he can target 1 monster in the field and destroy it. This card, I don't know why, because in the TCG, this card is actually worth like 20 bucks. 20 to like 30 bucks. And it shouldn't be worth that much, because monster destruction hasn't been good in Yu-Gi-Oh! For the last few formats. And I don't know why people are decided to make this card hype and make it go up so high. This is the card, though, that should be at 20 to 30 bucks. Is Beelzebub. Because he can target one face-up card our opponent controls and return to the hand. It's really good if you need to get rid of that XYZ, maybe that Dante that our opponent plays, that Winda, that Construct, the Virgil, maybe some of the Clees. Like if you have a sacrifice on the field, you can get rid of the sacrifice. And yeah, and then for our in our Burning Abyss engine, we play 3 Tour Guide, because why wouldn't you play why would you play a Burning Abyss engine without Tour Guide? Then we play 2 Seer and 2 Graph, because I feel like that's the best that we can do so far. But I am going to be testing this deck out with, I'm going to be going with I'm going to be trying 3 Graph and 2 Skarm. But right now I'm trying out 3 Skarm and 2 Graph, because like I said, the main Burning Abyss play is that you want to go first turn to, like, if you have the Tour Guide, you want to Tour Guide into Graph, because Graph gets you another Burning Abyss on field, then you can special summon that other Burning Abyss in your hand to get to your second Dante. And then Seer is good because we get one from our graveyard. And then Skarm, as you know, Skarm allows you to recycle Tour Guide. So yeah, that's 27 monsters. I'm going to go on to the spells. We play 1 Monster Gate. I had the Monster Gate in hand. We won that game without Monster Gate or Reasoning, which is really good. But yeah, Monster Gate is there if we have a, like I said, if we have a dead Tour Guide off of a Reasoning. We could use the Monster Gate to get the dead Tour, to get rid of the dead Tour Guide and just dump more cards into our graveyard. Then we play the main card of the deck, which will get your deck off so hard, is Reasoning. Because Reasoning, what it does, for those of you who don't know, because it is an older card, when you play it, your opponent calls a level, and then you look at the top cards of your deck until you get a normal summonable monster. And since all the Infernoids cannot be normal summoned, then Reasoning skips over all the Infernoids. And because you're playing the Burning Abyss engine, your opponent usually will call 4, and they won't hit your, and they won't, because if they call the level right, the monster goes to the graveyard rather than being special summoned. But because we're playing, like I said, the Burning Abyss engine, and they call 4, they will not, the Burning Abyss monster or even the Tour Guide will be summoned to the field, which is really good. Then we play Upstart Goblin, because Upstart Goblin allows us to just go and to get our pieces that we need, like excuse me, like our Monster Gate, our Reasoning, or even our Tour Guide. Then we play 2 Typhoon. Yeah, you're saying 2 Typhoon. You might not even play Typhoon in this deck, because it's just, because if you mill it, then you have nothing out to the back row. But this is a turbo build, even though this is a turbo build, but still, Typhoon is there if you do need to get rid of that Vanity's Emptiness, or even that Skill Drain. Because our Burning Abyss engine does lose out to Skill Drain. A little bit. But it's not too bad. Then we play 2 Mass Change, because like I said, if we get a dead Tour Guide off of a Reasoning, or even Monster Gate, then we can Mass Change and go straight into a Dark Law, which is really good. And then we play the only 2 traps we play is 2 Needlebug Nest. We can, because it lusts us on the top 5 cards of our deck to the graveyard. Then for the extra deck, we play 2 Dark Law, because like I said in yesterday's video, Dark Law is just great against certain decks, like Burning Abyss and Shadow, being able to banish those cards, rather than having them get their effects off. Then we play 1 Felgrand, because there will be that time where we get 2 Behemoths on field, if we need them. And then we go right into Felgrand. No, not Behemoths, I mean this guy. Adrenamek in the OCG, the level 8 guy. And then we have, for the level 7 guys, we have both Dracosac and Big Eye. Then for our level 5 guys, we have Volcasaurus. Then for our level 4s, we have Castel, Exciton Knight, and Black Ship of Corn. And yes, you see Downer Magician, but that's for our level 3s. Because for our level 3s and our Burning Abyss engine, we play Nightmare Shark, just if we need to push through for game with the Nightmare Shark. Then we play Alucard, as you saw, to pop your opponent's face downs. We play Zen mains if we do need to stall just slightly, but you might replace this with something like Tempo or Leviathan Dragon. And then we play, of course, we play 2 Dante. And the reason we play the Downward Edition is because for the Dante, if we have a Dante with no attachments, then we can overlay into a Downward Edition, and then we can get that piercing damage going. So yeah, that's the deck and extra deck. Now, like I said, I'm going to be talking about cards that you could actually play in this deck. You could play Blaster. We didn't have room for Blaster, but Blaster makes it easier and faster to go into your rank 7 plays. And then you could play the Lightsworn engine, which you could play Raiden and Lila, if you don't want to play the Burning Abyss engine, and you'd rather play the Lightsworn engine. Which, if you do that, then you'd also want to play Card Trooper. However, you could also play Curry Bandit in this deck. If you need to play with more extra mills, I guess you could play Curry Bandit. And then if you want to play more traps, you could play Fire Lake. But this deck is too fast, so it's so fast you might not need Fire Lake. And then, as a nice side tech for your side deck, for against like the mirror match or against Lightsworns, you could tech in Fiend Comedian. Those of you who don't know what Fiend Comedian does, this deck, like I said, was used in the Lightsworn deck way back in the day. Because what you do is you flip a coin, and if you call it right, all your opponent's cards in the graveyard are removed from play. But if you call it wrong, then you mill that many cards that were in your opponent's graveyard, which is actually a win-win for you, because you either banish your opponent's entire graveyard, or you mill that many cards into your graveyard. So yeah, once again, that's our Burning Abyss Infernoid deck. I'm going to be testing this deck out a lot, and I may actually build it in real life. I don't know yet. Anyways, guys, thank you all for watching. Hope you all enjoyed. This has been your commentator Moods. And again, I hope you all enjoyed. Please leave a like and a favorite, and subscribe. Leave me some feedback on the deck, what I could play in it to make it better, what you would play, and just let me know how you've done with the deck. Anyways, again, this has been your commentator Moods, and I will see you next time for more Yu-Gi-Oh videos. Peace and good night, everybody.